bring a spirit forward, one at a time, so we can communicate with one energy.
We wander the religious centre of Scotland, named after St Andrew the Apostle, a highly religious historical area also once known as Scotland's Rome. But could this world famous Fife town also be the centre of some of Scotland's most active paranormal hotspots? Welcome my friends to St Andrews in Fife, Scotland. There has been an important church in St Andrews since at least 747 AD, with settlements building up around these grand religious sites to form the overall population we see today, which sits at just under 17,000 people. The town is home to the University of St Andrews, the third oldest university in the English-speaking world, the oldest in Scotland, and said to rank as the second best in the United Kingdom, just behind Cambridge. St Andrews is also known worldwide as the home of golf, mostly due to the Royal and Ancient Golf Club at St Andrews, founded in 1754, which until early 2000s exercised legislative authority over the game worldwide. All in all, an affluent area of Scotland, steeped in history, but as you know, where we find history, we are sure to find some great mysteries and activity of an otherworldly kind. One such character who is mysteriously making his presence known from the afterlife in this stunning seaside town is Archbishop James Sharp. James Sharp was a minister in the Church of Scotland, or Kirk, who served as the Archbishop of St Andrews from 1661 to 1679. He certainly was more divisive than divine in his actions to gain power in Scotland via the religious foundations that were in place. This resulted in 2 assassination attempts on his life, and local rumours rife about his association with the devil himself. On the 3rd of May 1679, a group of 9 Covenanters, including John Balfour of Kinloch, were waiting at Magus-Muir, hoping to ambush the sheriff of Cooper. The sheriff gained information about this and decided to stay home. He knew, due to his prosecution of Covenanters, his time would have been done. On the road that day, however, was Archbishop James Sharp, so they waited, then intercepted him instead. Sharp was stabbed several times in front of his daughter Isabella before being killed by a shot to the chest. Is this the reason why his ghostly apparition is seen in multiple places in this general area? Let's look back upon our previous investigation at Magus-Muir, the site of the assassination.
What's the parade? Come on and give us some information.
He's here.
Who's here?
Me. We shall increase.
Is a stormy night you were murdered? Archbishop Sharp, is this the area you were murdered?
Yes.
That could have been a yes.
Bless you.
Miss you?
Miss you.
Holy water in the...
Okay, that was interesting. Ryan just shook the holy water and then we got a spike on the meter there. Something maybe manipulating that. Could be natural, but it was good timing.
Yeah.
Do you want us to use some holy water?
Something really deep there.
Yeah. You let us put a cross with the holy water on the ground?
Yeah.
Does anybody in these woods mean us harm tonight?
Meter indication.
Right. So,
Okay, do we have any of the Covenanter spirits here?
yeah.
The Pens in St Andrews is the focal point for our afterlife research this week. We visited the area to continue our research into the life and death of Archbishop Sharp, who we tracked at an earlier investigation at Magismuir, which is relatively close by. A much reported historical sighting at this week's focal point in St Andrews tells the tale of a phantom coach that races down the street, some say being pulled by headless horses. At the Pens in St Andrews, a coach believed to be that of Archbishop Sharp's, mentioned earlier, has been seen. From within the coach, it's claimed someone is frantically banging at the window. That someone is none other than the spectre of James Sharp, with the devil sitting beside him, before the horses and coach plunge into the harbour, taking the Archbishop's soul to hell. However, as our team historian and public author Greg Stewart has found, via his in-depth research into the history and hauntings attributed to Sharp, there is far more. The phantom coach of Archbishop Sharp is reported to continue the journey from Magismuir to St Andrews, with reports of it being seen from the Strathkinnis Low Road, travelling across the fields, following the route of the original roadway.
In her book A Haunting of Ghosts, Helen Cook tells of a sighting that she had heard about that took place just before World War II. A St Andrews man was said to have been driving home, accompanied by a friend, along the low road. It was around 3 a.m. but a bright summer morning, so there was enough light to allow them to make out another vehicle travelling in front of them. The man commented at how foolish the driver of the other vehicle must be, as they were driving with no lights on. As they caught up and considered whether it was safe to pass on the narrow road, they were amazed to see the vehicle turn and continue across the fields where the old coaching road used to be, until it finally disappeared into the darkness. If this was an encounter with Archbishop Sharp's coach, then those inside the car should consider themselves fortunate, as a sighting of the coach is normally believed to be an omen, warning of imminent bad luck.
From a research point of view, we feel we have narrowed down the possible route of the Old Coach Road, nestled between the high and low road routes between St Andrews and Cooper. Our researcher Kyle Stewart also hypothesised that this old route probably followed the Kinnis Burn, or thereabouts, and this seems to match a witness report Greg Stewart has studied. Greg clearly states that the coach is seen from both the high and low road in the field, and a key feature when we look closely in this is the aforementioned Kinnis Burn running through it. This then takes us on to further hypothesis. It's long been speculated that natural energies and bodies of water may also power mysterious activity. So could the magic spark be the Kinnisburn? Natural emitting electromagnetic energies, and then, of course, a conscious observer.
Let's join the team in St Andrews for an audio session beside the pens where the coach has been witnessed on many occasions.
Archbishop Shaw, are you here with us? Just confirm by giving us your name. Your energy is felt.
I think you can do better than this. It's me. What was that? Radio.
It is.
Yes.
Thank you.
Just to bring a spirit forwards, one at a time, so we can communicate with one energy. Perhaps you could say your name. Perhaps you could say your name.
Where's that?
Emma.